All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first podcast of the pod that we don't know what it's called, but we'll figure that out at some point. We have me, Ubaru. We have Coconut Beandip, also known as Beandip. We have Miaowson on Twitch, also known as Mason. And we have Ellie's ex, named Alex. He is definitely on something right now. What are you on right now, brother?
I'm life, water, my new mustache, and an edible.
Oh, just one?
Yeah, just one. I
Did
was
the mustache
gonna take the second
come-
one, but Mason talked me out of it.
Yeah.
Did the
Because-
mustache come because of the edible?
No, I just kind of was feeling it, and then I wasn't. I actually hated it so much at first. Now my beard's growing in, I feel a lot better about it.
Listen, you're gonna be feeling kids with that thing, Jesus.
Once that beard
Two.
grew in, you just knew.
Dude, no way we're not even a minute in and you've already called this guy a pedophile.
Guys, welcome to the PedoCast.
Dude.
No, just...
No, dude, no.
I think Dr. Disrespect's calling
This
in.
is actually an
God.
intervention.
Whoa.
This
Dude,
is actually an intervention.
where's the 2 time of touching kids? Sorry.
When did Dr. Disrespect get here? What happened?
Where did
Dude,
that guy
Dude,
go?
apparently he deleted his tweet about like
What a
when
pussy.
he was like there was no wrongdoing or whatever. So now I actually think there might be wrongdoing.
Dude, because
Like,
he's coming back and he's gonna double down. He's gonna do it again.
Dude.
The 3 times.
dude, didn't he? And he already cheated on his wife. Like, I don't know, bro. This guy's going for the hat trick. I don't know what's next. He's got to kill
The
somebody or
hat trick is
something.
crazy.
Like,
He's gonna be the 3-time pedophile. I can't.
What?
I'm sick. I'm sorry.
Dude, what?
Oh my god.
It's one thing to double down. Sorry.
Motherfucker, you're doubling down right now.
I'm not. I'm not me. Not me. Dr. Disrespect, bro. Not me. Dude.
I always tweet this out, but I'm always like, I think Bodhi has killed somebody, and I love that bit. But like, the last time I tweeted about Bodhi, it did not get received well. So I think when it comes to internet personalities, I'm gonna take this sideline for a moment.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
I think
like you've got me thinking about it now.
Well, I just like
Like-
he's always like not just because he's British, but he's always chipper. You know, he's always punctual, and he's widely successful. And it looks like he has a stressful job. The only thing that makes sense is that he kills people to like relieve his stress. Like, there's no other option.
You don't think he has like a stress ball by his desk or like
Yeah, but it's just like someone's skull. It's like a baby's skull.
I mean, he has a stress ball. It's called a girlfriend.
Whoa!
Sorry.
That was him, not me.
All right, well, don't worry, we'll cut that out. So
We're not.
No, he won't.
What?
Because I'm doing the editing, so we're leaving that
What the
in.
hell, man? I don't want Bodhi to hate me.
Yeah, he's definitely killed someone. At least one
Dude.
person.
What do you
Do you
think?
guys think-
Vehicular manslaughter or like blunt object?
that does,
He,
yeah, blunt
What do you
object.
mean?
Like
He-
nothing.
he lives in England. It was a
It has
sword
to be a
or-
blood
or a knife.
Yeah.
It's like, don't they duel with swords
Dude,
there?
But I see
When
those
they
like
fence
British
to death.
rappers.
I'm God.
I see British
For the
rappers with like.
queen! Yeah.
If you guys have ever watched British rap videos, bro, they have Glocks and everything. I mean, they're probably props, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're-
probably
you know.
fashioned out of wood.
Alec
you know?
Baldwin had a prop. That's all I'm saying.
I think every man
3D
above the
printed.
age of 18 has a knife in Britain. Like, it's just statistical truth. They don't have
Do you
guns.
guys? Do you guys think you could kill a person?
Self-defense, sure. Like, just like, do you mean just like willy-nilly, like they just look at you wrong, like just snap their neck, or like, what do you
No, like,
mean?
okay,
I need
say,
more
like,
context.
It's just I can't provide more context other than the fact that like you have to do it. It's not in self-defense. It was an innocent person. There's a situation arises where you have to commit this act with your bare hands.
I would probably kill myself instead.
That is
I don't-
technically killing a person, I guess.
I don't think I could do it.
How would you? Never mind.
What?
Yeah, he says, I don't think I can. You're like, how would you though?
No,
Yeah,
I was
if
so-
you had to.
I
how would
was
you kill
gonna
him?
say, if we go further into this hypothetical, like if you chose to kill yourself, like what would your method be? Because you have to use your bare hands still, because you're killing a person. You're still technically
Probably
following instructions.
self-immolation. I always found self-immolation.
What does
like, to
immolation
be-
mean?
What's emulation?
Besides that one guy that, it's where you light yourself on fire.
Oh,
But, yeah, I don't know the monk or the Buddhist monk, I think, or was it the Hindu guy that like lit himself on fire in protest? I forgot what he was protesting.
That was my
So
uncle.
I guess it wasn't that effective, but the Rage Against the Machine album cover, I always found that very interesting. I wouldn't want anybody to watch though, but I would at least
I would
want to make a
watch.
statement.
I would watch.
You're fucked up.
If
for
you
that.
were lighting yourself on fire, I would put that on Twitter just for
Would
you.
you?
Just for
Yeah.
you. You get your
Could
last
you make a
tweet
banger
in.
tweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man.
At Coconut
No,
Bean
actually,
on fire. Fire
I would
tweets.
want to schedule tweets before I kill myself, though. That's my only caveat.
Yeah, just a year of tweets.
That
Or
would be
like
Yeah.
or like
sick.
20 years. Or 20 years. You just pop one
Yeah,
every
well,
year.
90% of them will be responding to Madam Mage. So,
But how would
I
you
am
know? Would
so
somebody
sorry, Megan Eve. I did not confuse you two, Megan Eve. I'm
but
so sorry. I just want to be on the record there and say I'm sorry.
here's the thing that's hard because like they're gonna create posts that you don't know about after you die. So does somebody have to log in for you or
No, my replies to them are never topical anyway, so it's like par for the course.
if
Protest
X meets
types.
Y, you know? Something like that. So it's an equation really.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, if we both tweeted forever, something would line up.
It's inevitable, is what
That's
you're saying.
true.
I think we're meant for each other.
Beandip
On
is
Twitter.
Thanos.
I don't mind if she has like other boyfriends or what, but on Twitter, that's exclusive for us. So
In the public eye, it's exclusive, but behind doors, you don't care who's laying pipe.
no, I'm just kind of a traditional man. I just want a AB relationship on Twitter. That's all. I'm kind of back to the basics, more conservative style. So
Valid.
No, babe, I totally wouldn't leave you if Megan Eve slid into my DMs. I would cheat.
well, guys, that was a crazy intro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, welcome to the pod, you know? We're four friends who met through RuneScape, and we don't need to talk about it on here. But we can. But we don't need to. Because you know
I
why?
hate RuneScape.
I do want to say
He
one
hates
thing.
RuneScape, so... There you go.
I'm logged into Tithe Farm right now, but I hate it. I joined. Okay, so my first stream I ever saw of Ubaru, he was doing his shit mix, which I think is a work of art. Really, put it on in the car, first date, grocery shopping, whatever. But that was the first stream I watched was him mixing. I didn't even know he played RuneScape. It was just in my recommended feed, and then I end up joining his Discord and going insane, and then joining it again. But I ended up meeting like 2 or 3 people that actually live around me through that Discord. So it was kind of funny how that happened.
You gotta
That's
love
awesome.
how circumstances find themselves. Like the world is super small, especially in your geographical location. There's a lot of people surprisingly around you, so that's very interesting. They play
Yeah,
RuneScape, so even smaller.
I think RuneScape like really hits that area where people didn't have lots to do. The Midwest. That's where I'm from. So like, you could go out and shuck corn, but country boys make do. So we played RuneScape.
Real.
Dude, I met someone online like 2 weeks ago that we went to the same middle school.
Really?
Like, yeah. It was the most insane and terrifying thing of my life. And
Did they start bringing up like old stories that were super embarrassing for you, or
no, like we didn't know each other. She's like
Oh, okay.
she's like 3 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
She? Okay, go on.
Okay, yeah, it was a girl I met
She?
on Valorant. Okay, look.
On
Valorant?
Irrelevant.
I think it's pretty topical.
E-dating on Valorant? No. But yeah, we actually went to the same middle school. She just went to it like 3 years after I did. But like we were sitting in a voice chat and she was like talking about like this park that's like near her house, and it's a very unique park name, very specific to the state that I grew up in. And I was like, wait a minute. So I said something and she was like, oh my god, we went to the same middle school. Like I literally still live in that same town. And I was like, I was born in that town. That is so weird. I hate this. Something
I mean,
unnerving.
the courthouse could marry you guys pretty quick.
Dude, shut
around here.
So when are you getting married? Like,
Hell no.
Another
With the
Valorant
Valorant girl? Hell no.
You never
That's even
know.
worse.
She could be wifey. You never know.
Beautiful princess disorder.
Yeah, they
No
have that on
thanks.
Valorant. I've heard.
Yeah.
My queen.
I think you're kind of not wrong. Yeah, I don't know. There's something super unnerving and like weird about like finding out that someone you are talking to on the internet is like within an hour or two of you, of like where you live or like where you grew up at. It's very strange feeling.
I think my problem is that my online persona and my IRL persona are not the same.
Yeah.
And for some reason, a lot of people don't understand that. You know, and I get it. You know, thinking's hard, but like, I'm always afraid because they're inching closer and closer and closer. So
Yeah,
like,
how long can you keep up the two personas when like the worlds themselves are colliding?
I know, like I just gave my mom my a Twitter account that I have.
You sure
and
about
I had
that?
to tell her that.
Are you sure about
I did.
that?
That sounds like a bad
Where I
idea.
No, it's my account where I just post what music I listen to and kind of my thoughts on a composer. But the tag was clarting spliffs, so I had to explain to her what that meant.
I don't think you did.
Yeah,
I don't think you had to explain that at all. You could have lied.
No, I mean, I don't know. My mom's really cool, but she's gonna see some recommended posts and just see a selfie from me that ubaru post or something, and it's gonna be over.
Oh,
I gotta say, for some reason, the beandip like collaboration posts on anything you do, because a lot of the shit is just like random shit. Like you'll post like what was that one where you went to like Colorado and you're like, your body will never be found here, and you're taking a selfie of you just like straight faced, and I'm like, that's free content. You're just, you know, you're doing it for the boys, and I gotta put that out there. So
Yeah, I really like just being able to joke online, and
yeah,
I mean, obvious, not all of my jokes are like around inappropriate things and whatnot, but I don't know, it's really fun. But I think the separation is gonna end soon. I mean, Uber, you've always kind of been somewhat private. Does your life ever mix?
I mean, sometimes I think it's like good to get like I don't know. I'm just honest about most things, like especially when I stream. I just talk about real shit. But like at the same time, like you kind of just like fuck around and just make jokes. So like I can see how people can discern difference between like what's actually happening. But a lot of people, I lied about living in Ohio for like forever, and even that tripped you up because I just didn't want people to know where I lived. So it was like
I
easy.
genuinely thought you lived in Ohio for like a year. And
Yeah.
like I went to Cleveland for I have kind of a throat condition or whatever, and Cleveland like has the best clinic. And so I went to Cleveland, and I would always bring up like, yeah, dude, I loved Cleveland, like, and you would just be like, yeah, it's a great city or
Dude.
whatever.
I was in it for the
I'm
long
like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I love hitting up Cleveland on the weekends. You know how it
It's
goes.
not that, dude. It's not that bad. There's a ton of Greek people in Cleveland, by the way. I don't know what the significance of that. You kind of look Greek right now, Alex. I'm not lying.
Why do I look Greek?
Does he not look Greek?
Is it his mustache? Is that what's doing it for you? Is he giving a Greek vibe?
Greek
All right, guys.
man.
I feel like lots of Greek men have very nice facial hair. So if anything, that is a compliment.
Well, thank you. I do my
And
best.
I felt like Trump right there with my hands.
I'm 5%
He's the
Greek.
greatest Greek.
so-
He loves Greek men. I'm sorry.
Guys, give us your best Riz face on go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh God. Oh wait, is it?
Holy shit, dude! You got the whole fucking thing going.
It's
Yeah, you
all
were
it's
kinda
all angles.
baldy.
It's all angles.
How long
I'm a
have you been
fraud.
growing that out? A few years. You know, I make jokes, but like I
Hey.
have zero hair on my chest.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Guys, when is the hair on my chest gonna come in?
Probably
Do I need to start
never.
drinking
Dude, you
I
want some
have
of mine?
surprisingly no body
Oh
hair.
my God.
Yeah, dude, you're a
I
bean.
Got you, bro.
I can't.
I surprisingly have way too much body hair.
Dude,
That I
same.
believe. Look at your beard. You
Yeah,
got
look at my arm.
the woo.
Mason, I could see your client in the mirror. What are you doing right now?
Aerial Slayer.
Oh, you're getting points for a Raxor on old school RuneScape.
God, why
Right.
are we talking about RuneScape?
It's so cringe. We don't need to talk about that.
RuneScape fucking sucks. Let's talk about a good game.
Guys, we drink to forget.
Like what? What's it?
Jerking off with your friend simulator.
Holy
You
shit!
played that?
What?
Dude, it's okay. It's like, okay, so last weekend, Mason and I were
That's a
bored at
game?
like 4 a.m.
There's no way you
And-
actually played it.
No, no.
The story is leading up to make it sound like you did play it, which
No,
is
no,
starting to
no.
concern me.
No. Mason and I play a lot of games together, but not like that.
It's just really
Well-
hard for me to hop from like
Well-
one game to another. Also, I can't justify like buying a game that I'm gonna play for like a
I
week.
don't know if you
Real.
guys have ever. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Cock Hero, but
What the fuck is Cock Hero?
don't
Is it
wanna
like
Google
Guitar
this.
Hero but for penises and you just like what are you saying?
Cock Hero, where cum champions are created.
yeah.
Do I
So,
want to click on
What?
so Cock Hero is I'm not sure the type of
Dude, they're porn
device.
videos.
They're porn videos, and at the bottom of a porn video, a slider goes along, and that's when you're supposed to thrust in on the beats of the slider.
Yeah.
Thrust into what?
What do you mean to what?
Your hand?
To something.
Oh,
Just whatever, dude.
Oh.
a couch?
So you need
couch?
you need
Fans?
rhythm.
Yeah.
So we're all white, right? So we don't got rhythm. So are we automatic L?
I don't know. Have you seen that
Dude,
video?
I got rhythm. I have a 97 streak on Cock Hero. Okay, 97 notes.
What?
How did you last so long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my max is 10.
Yeah, it's about 25 for me.
Guys,
probably.
okay, here's a tip for the boys, okay? Numbing cream on your wiener.
Why are we giving gooning tips?
Why did you say wiener, man?
Are we giving certified gooner tips or
This is
what?
gooning tips.
Oh my god.
Here's what you're gonna want to do: icy hot, tip of the penis.
Oh no! Oh, I see the tip. What is wrong with you?
Pull,
It's gonna feel
cut
like you're
open.
embalming your cock, like you're already dead. Like there's no feeling left in it, you know? Like how could you
Yeah, but-
possibly
Okay.
come? There's just no way.
That's how you
Alrighty,
set a
guys,
record.
I actually have a burning question.
Okay.
And I don't know like what invites these thoughts in my mind, but one day I was thinking, okay, imagine Stephen Hawking. Now imagine him alive. If Stephen Hawking ended up having a stroke, like
Dude, ew.
would you be able to know?
Of course, his hand would be moving.
Ew, he had a stroke.
Dude, I don't want to be
Ugh.
thinking about Stephen Hawking stroking.
I don't want to think about that. Stephen Hawking having a stroke.
Dude, can you believe he was married twice, by the way? Twice.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't
Hawking
find
get-
one woman to love me.
Maybe
Look,
his
it's-
pipe game was astronomical, you know?
Dude, maybe
oh,
maybe
that
he,
was a good one.
maybe
You
he
had
does
the
have good
robo-
stroke.
Bro had the fucking robo wiener. That's what it was.
Maybe he had cunnilingus skills, you know? Because he was
I
a
don't-
bit of a linguist.
I don't think his mouth moves.
Could he?
Yeah,
Could he,
I don't
yeah, could he move his mouth?
You might be right. I'm not knowledgeable about the motor functions of Stephen Hawking task, but you know.
Yeah, I remember like when stuff about Epstein comes out, every like celebrity like, oh, this guy like horrible everything or whatever. Then it comes out about Stephen Hawking and everybody was just confused.
Dude,
I
that's
don't even
because
think
it's
they were
not
mad.
his fault. He had stick drift. It's literally not his fault.
Oh, man.
A customer sent this back in. I don't know what kind of controller this is, but he said it's got stick drift.
Do you think he had a Logitech thumbstick or like a Microsoft or what are we saying on the whole
Which-
polar
what was the one that went underwater?
That
the
was,
Watergate?
Oh,
Yeah,
Or
the
no,
submarine.
forgot
no,
what
that was a what was it?
In the
let
submarine
me look it up.
with all those
Yeah.
billions of people?
Billions of people.
Oh, sorry. It was 6
you
people,
mean
but
the yeah, the 6 people that were on it.
6 people with billions of dollars.
that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, they were rich.
Ocean Gate.
Ocean
Yeah,
Gate.
it was Ocean Gate.
Yeah, Watergate
thought
was
that-
Richard Nixon or something.
Yeah, bro.
What?
Had a little
It was a
brain blast there.
Logitech controller.
A Logitech, yeah, that you could use to control the submarine or whatever.
You think
Yeah.
you had
they were-
control freaks, thumbsticks on, or you had a little bit of stick.
Dude,
Bro is,
yeah, you
bro
did-
is phasing up in this.
Bro, he was using Southpaw for sure.
Dude, bro had a
Weirdo.
scuff controller for the submarine.
Bro
Take
was
a drop.
lefty.
Bro is
Drop-
down here. Bro is down here. Watch this. I'm gonna hit a 6 on.
Dude, he drop shot it a little too far, bro.
You cannot double Y that. You just fucking got clapped.
Dude,
Double
I'm just
Y
saying
360.
Dude, I have one man army on
universe-
right now. Hold on.
the universe with Dr. Disrespect and Stephen Hawking is closer than I thought. So
Dude,
Closer how?
because
Getting
they're
scary.
both pedophiles.
What, dude?
have you guys seen any of the Mr. Beast stuff?
Dude,
So, well,
great.
It's
All right,
been
go
around
on, Bean
Twitter,
Dip. Go
but-
on, Bean Dip. We all know
What?
you want to talk about it.
Dude, I okay. I want to proudly claim that I've never seen a single Mr. Beast video, a single one, and that's because okay, I've tried, but like I'll get like 7 minutes in, and it's just so boring, and also the videos are like catered usually to kids or whatever, which makes the Mr. Beast thing even more messed up. But like apparently he hired a like known sex offender, and like from what was reported, like they even had an extensive interview about it, and he still decided to hire him. Now, I think there's a bit of gray area when it comes even to crimes like that, but that's really a big red flag when you're around kids. Well, it turns out that this guy actually did extremely heinous stuff that I'm not gonna get into, but like that guy shouldn't be hired anywhere near children or hired at all in some cases. And so, I mean, that was pretty damning about the Mr. Beast stuff. And it's just it leaves me wondering like when you're in the public eye, like how long is it gonna take for decisions you make to catch up to you? Like, why would you even take that risk? I don't know, you know?
I feel
mean,
like he
yeah.
probably was so big that he didn't care. Like he felt like he was untouchable, probably. And also, like I remember from that one of the interviews from one of the guys that previously worked for him, they called him like Maryland or wherever the name was called or wherever he lived before. Like they called him like the place where he literally can't go anymore because he is a sex offender. So, like, I don't know. It's insane to me.
Because they didn't want his like name to like be pointed out, and someone's like, "Wait, I know that guy.
Right.
That guy did that really fucking awful shit." That's crazy.
Yeah. It was
But
like
there
it
was even like
yeah.
a level of like trying to hide it.
yeah.
Well, the reason I think that he was hired was because he would do what Mr. Beast wanted to for a low wage.
I thought he
And
was
it's like-
someone's brother. Like I thought he was someone's like brother-in-law or some shit.
brother-in-law.
Yeah,
Oh.
so they like
Which,
helped him.
by the way,
get
how
in.
do you marry someone like that? Like,
I mean,
I don't know.
How do
Would
you
they
how do you
know? Would they
refer
know?
someone like that? It's like I saw that like the guy that referred him to the job tweeted out like Mr. Beast knew. But it's like,
Oh.
okay, motherfucker, you knew.
And then he defended him,
Yeah.
which was so weird.
It's like you knew. You told him to like apply for the job. I don't know.
Wait, so this isn't the about Mr. Beast, is it? Or this is about the
No, it's Mr.
Like-
Beast himself now.
oh
Like it started with the Ava Chris Tyson
Ava
stuff.
Chris.
But like that was like in my mind that was so clear cut, like black and white. Like they cut him off, whatever. Like you can't really prove that he knew about it, whatever. But like now it's just people are looking into Mr. Beast, and like someone dropped a YouTube video just like exposing him because he used to work for Mr. Beast.
Also, yeah, the other things were like there have been accounts from a lot of people that have been in contests that like it was rigged, and they would explain that certain people were predetermined to win and rules were broken so those people could win.
Mhm.
Which is like, I mean, I understand you're making content here. It's like whatever, but I mean, it feels kind of disingenuous. And then the thing about the guy that like was locked in a room for like I don't know how
30
long he made it,
days.
21 days.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 30 days, but he
Yeah.
couldn't do it because like I don't know.
It was
like
actual torture.
I
Like,
mean,
he,
it's-
he
it's
was,
like
he
you
was
go-
encouraged to stay the whole
You
time.
go into
basically.
psychosis. It's like, have you
Yeah.
seen that one where apparently like Mr. Beast is locked in that room for 10 days or a week or whatever? Like it has psychological problems doing that kind of stuff, and they had doctors on site allegedly. And like,
Well, like
Yeah.
and they
for-
didn't for the
yeah,
first
for
guy.
the-
This was like a
This was
trial.
like the
Yeah,
run.
first
yeah.
trial, yeah.
And they didn't have like
So
a
it never got
filter. They
published.
didn't have a filter hooked up to like the jacuzzi and the ice cream machine that was in there, whatever. So
Yeah.
like it just smelled like shit. They wouldn't turn off the lights, so there was no like day-night cycle for this guy, and he just had to like live with that.
Yep.
Yeah,
and you could
it's
tell by that
insane.
guy like how wiry he was during the interview in general. Like you know that guy was freaking out.
Yeah,
like-
he was like
Well,
traumatized.
it's
For
like-
sure.
have you seen that guy who stayed up for like was it 300 hours or something?
Oh yeah, didn't he just stream it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, it was back in June or July or something,
Mm-hmm.
or even maybe like May or something. It was like before, and he made like a long. I think it's a he. I like. Sorry if I'm wrong, but they made a long post about how it affects their life. Now they haven't had a single night of not restless sleep in 3 months, and they haven't like it is an insane psychological effect. The one, be awake for that long. Two, have no like concept of what's going on, and like it is insane. Like you go into a psychosis, you go into psychological terror, like doing things like that. It is actually insane how bad it is for you, and
Yeah,
just how like the
I
human
mean,
brain works.
it just shows you how like why gamers are so weird. Stay up so long. It's like when I go to like my job or school or anything, I'm like, oh my god, these people are normal. Like, I guess I'm normal now. And then I'll like hop on Discord. I'm like, these guys are freaks. What's
Dude.
going on?
It's like you can't even do the day night. You can't have lights on permanently for even like literal like war terrorists that you're like interrogating. Like the government can't even do that. You have to
Yeah.
have
mean-
lights and no lights. Like it's literally part of the.
I mean, they'll probably still do it, but like,
Okay, but what was a terrorist wearing?
Well,
you know,
Well, it's dude. It's like there's
a nice
well,
Louis
there's
Vuitton, perhaps.
it's
Sorry.
interesting. Like countries go to war, but there's war crime. Like
yeah.
the amount of things that exist that you're not allowed to do in war, and like capturing someone and doing things to them. Like there are still human laws that exist. With the UN and stuff. That
yeah, nobody cares about the UN though. Like,
I
the
mean,
US has had some of the worst camps. Like, don't look up Abu Ghraib. Just saying.
Dude. Okay.
I love the US.
I
though.
won't.
I hate politics.
Yeah.
Speaking of election year, what are your guys' predictions for who's getting canceled next?
Me.
Bodhi.
We haven't
Bodhi.
had anybody canceled this month. August has. Oh wait,
it's
Mr.
like
Beast.
it's like, are you sure?
Wait,
Are you sure?
Is it really Mr. Beast?
It would
Hold up.
have to be Mr. Beast. Out of
Yeah.
anybody, it would have to
But
be. Like, think of
He
like
hasn't. Like,
stature, how big he is. The biggest guy on YouTube. Everybody knows who he is in some form.
So are we just
So-
saying in like just in like the big media that no one's been canceled?
oh well, in media that matters, like politics or like
Okay.
law and stuff. That stuff doesn't matter. I'm talking like I'll give you the rundown. For February, it was Too Mad. For oh wait, somebody should go through this list because I don't know who these people are. But like April was P Diddy, May was Drake, June was Dr. Disrespect, July was Ava, Tyson, and then August was Michaela
Mhm.
for
Tyler
Yeah,
ones.
whatever.
but-
Oh,
that was insane.
I feel like
wait. So it was Michaela for August.
Yes.
no
Oh,
July.
July.
No.
Oh wait, no, it was August.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for-
I meant
for
who's gonna be
August.
canceled.
Yeah.
Sorry, September. But yeah, that Michaela thing was interesting because it's like she's always been like this, and then she decides to speak for Tyler when I don't know.
I was
She's
saying, I feel
very
like I
publicly
just
outspoken for like
Yeah.
forever, and like
I just
it
kinda
was going to
ignored it.
bite her in the ass at some point. So it just ended
Well,
up being that way. But
I mean, I really like I really like Tyler one, and I still do like Michaela. I just don't support what she says, but like
Yeah.
I just didn't know or ignored it, and like at some point I was like, okay, I can't do this. This is wrong. I don't agree with anything she's saying, and so I just had to write her off, which was sad because like you're not gonna agree with everybody, and not everybody's gonna have good takes. But if you just shut up, sometimes you can get along, And I know that's kind of reductive, but at some point you got to just get along with people, and she just couldn't. I
Mhm.
don't know. It's so easy to get along with people.
It is. It's like I think that's more. I feel like that's less and less popular in the modern day, if that makes sense too, because like everyone is so online all the time, and it's so easy to cut people off that people are like just less tolerant in general, and like they refuse to be friends with people who have different like views than them. Like one of my friends is like an insanely conservative person, and then I have other friends who are the polar opposite of that, and it's just it's weird to me that people can't just like not have those be a deciding factor in the relationships you have in your life. because there's good
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
on
it's like-
both sides of almost everything.
I just saw that video of like Charlie Kirk and Hassan in the same room, and Charlie Kirk goes up to him and says, "Oh, Hassan, like, you know, made some joke about his YouTube videos or
Yeah.
whatever," and left. And it's like they didn't fight, they didn't brawl. Although I probably would have tried, you know, with Charlie Kirk, I would squash his head even more. But
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Hassan, but that's it. Okay.
no, bro, that guy would destroy me.
That guy,
Also,
would
I
use,
kinda,
that guy would use the Hulk hands and smash you into the ground. He is a very large man.
yeah, I think part of it though is I think being online incentivizes you to be super argumentative because you end up getting likes and it's like direct feedback. But when you're in person, your direct feedback is, oh, is this person going to tolerate me? And so you kind of shift what you say.
Yeah.
And I think the reality is sometimes you just have to not. I mean, people will say to speak your truth and everything, but like when I go to the gas station and I'm seeing a guy next to me with a Trump hat, like I'm not gonna call him stupid or anything.
Just gonna go about my
Yeah,
life
just
like a
go
normal
upon your
human.
I
day,
mean,
you know.
we also live in
You don't do that online.
we live in a day and age where, like, it was so, you know, oh, you're behind a computer screen so you can say whatever you want, but like, that's what people do. You know,
Yeah.
how many people out there that type their opinion that don't show their face, that no one knows who they are? Literally,
A lot.
75% of the people.
Like free,
Yeah,
completely
most.
free of
Like-
consequence for the most part.
Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not like that's just the world that we live in. Media is so normalized to just be online. You know what I mean? How many people every day when they wake up instantly go on their phone and scroll Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever?
Yeah.
I'd say 60% of people at a minimum
I'm the demographic.
are, you know,
Guilty.
they get online, they, you know, and they go and they scroll and they see someone who wrote an opinion that they didn't like, and now their day's ruined because that's the first thing that they did. Like, it
Yeah.
is such a normalized concept for people to just like type whatever they want online and you have people read it. Like,
I think there's no forgiveness either. Like,
Yeah,
um,
it is.
when you have these ideals. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's pretty hard to like garner some kind of I don't know, like let's say you have remorse about a situation that like you personally change your mind about. People will forever remember you because it's the internet and everything's forever to a degree, but it's just hard to like change people's opinions of you just in general on the internet. So sorry, go ahead.
Well, because it's just the path of least resistance. Like, let's say on issue X, I said something because I had a wrong opinion or I was trying to be funny or whatever, and then 2 years down the road on that issue, I've changed my mind, and everybody will take the former interpretation because it's easier, because then you don't have to think about it. Secondly, it gives you this pedestal to where you can stand above that person and say, well, my take on it's better, therefore I'm morally superior. And then third, it removes that person from a pool of somebody you can talk about, because like people generally talk about drama. Obviously, I'm guilty. I love
I mean, we
drama,
all
don't
are.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
To a degree. Gossip
It's just-
is
it's sad.
entertainment, like fundamentally to most people. So, and the people who don't use it for entertainment, don't partake in it or just like not as affected by it. So,
I think it's easy to tell what can be forgiven and what can't. Like the Mr. Beast stuff, like that's pretty hard to like. You really put that guy around kiddos? Like that's crazy. But you know, somebody having a bad take or I don't know, posting something that was insensitive, like if you talk to them in person about it 6 months later, I think it would go really well, personally. But
Yeah. I mean, as long as everyone's willing to talk.
it's also the hard part to see eye to eye on things. A lot of people
Communication
is
carry
very, very-
resentment for too long.
Communication is unironically very, very difficult because a lot of people don't like confrontation in general. So, like, if you don't like confrontation and you're, even if it's just a casual conversation where, like, you're trying to meet in the middle, like, it's so hard to meet in the middle because no one wants to talk, if that makes sense.
is that what you're learning on Roblox?
Yes. I
How's the communication there?
I dress up as a frog on Roblox, and then I just terrorize people, and it's so funny.
That's great.
Because-
I don't know if anybody's.
I love that.
I don't know if-
for you. just you're just
Dude, the
ruining
people in
people's
there are
days with a
demons. The
frog.
people in there are unironically demons. Literally, I have a clip of just one of the first games that we played, and they could like people could put up like signs on like their little things, and there was just a sign that just said squirter or creamer, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is a children's game.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked. So I don't know.
It's like VR chat.
Yeah,
I've seen clips of VR chat, and that's what it seems like.
Dude,
Yeah, it
VR
definitely
chat's
gives that vibe.
way worse from what I've
it's-
seen.
Worse.
It's actually insane the amount of like online like chat rooms back in the day. Like I never wasn't in the chat room society, but it was such a big thing
Mm-hmm.
of people just would go in chats and talk. And now the way Roblox is and the way VR chat is, and like it is insane how many people are probably getting groomed at this exact second because of those two things.
Yeah.
Yes.
You ever think
Not-
about do you ever think
not-
about the amount of people that are having e-sex right now? Not me.
Yeah,
wanna think about
I
it.
don't
Now you
want to think about it.
But now you
you're
will.
right. You're right. Not wrong.
Like, but it's such an easy like media for like it is insane. I don't know. Daycare to a lot of parents is here's an iPad, get on Roblox, and they never think it's like, oh, it's a children's game. Grown ass men and women are getting on those games, and it's like I won't lie, I'm a sweat to dress to impress. I bought VIP. I probably spent about $250 on the dress to impress skins. But no, you don't see me fucking.
Slay.
Dude, I literally
Slay.
tweeted about Dress to Impress recently because I fucking absolutely slaughtered those bitches in the fall autumn
Those
category.
are children, man.
I fucking killed it, and them. They did not stand a chance.
They don't
They
know
don't-
fashion. They don't know
They
fashion
don't.
like you.
They don't. They don't.
They're
Move aside.
Those fucking their mommy and daddies be dressing their ass.
Okay,
Me,
but you know what's
I be in the
okay,
fall.
but it's genuinely so fucking infuriating because the motherfuckers like Mason that have fucking VIP, you get so much cooler shit. Fuck you, man.
Better shell out. You better
Welcome to the
I think
better
you guys are
ball
the
out,
children.
bro.
Dude,
We're
I
talking
get so
about.
angry because their fits are so fucking trash, but they
Welcome to
have
the
the
sweat
VIP
lobby.
shit.
Welcome to the sweat lobby, baby.
Bro, you're getting sweated out on Roblox. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, it's like, you know it's bad when those stupid fucking bitches have to put what they are above. They have to like type what they
Yeah.
are above their stupid little fucking ugly head.
It's like I
They're
watch people
trash
play
ass
that
fit.
game, and they're like, "Oh, this is perfect for this," and then they don't end up on the pedestal at all. It's like I typed out what I was. We shouldn't have to
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to tell us, motherfucker.
Fucking ugly ass
We should
bitch.
know.
What was your guys' favorite game on Roblox as a kid? Because so
Dude, I never
where
played it.
live-
I've only played it as an adult.
As
And
a
I'm-
kid,
the way-
I don't think it was out
And I'm
when I was
flaming
a kid.
children.
Well, I'm
Roblox?
old, but
I've had
Okay, I was in elementary school, and across the street from me was a kid that was like probably 4 or 5 years older than me, but he had some severe autism. But I would babysit him because he's honestly just a really nice dude, and usually he didn't have much. Is that funny to you?
are you laughing? Are you laughing right now? You're fucked. You know that, buddy?
No, please continue. I remembered something really funny.
Well,
No, it's
I'll tell you,
and what I'm thinking
every
about
day-
is not about autistic children. I swear. Keep going.
he couldn't really communicate, but I did know he really liked Dr. Pepper, so I'd always come over with a Dr. Pepper, and
Drink
his
of
favorite
champions.
video was Homer Simpson thong song, and it was like a thong song supercut of like Chad Homer Simpson. And then I was like, okay, man, I can't listen to this anymore. So I asked him to show me something else. He just pulled up Roblox. So I'm like, this guy's a genius, bro. We need to get him
Beast.
in the Stephen Hawking. Like, dude, I swear to God, like that changed my life. And so my favorite game playing Roblox was the one where you all stand on a house and natural disasters
Oh
happen to you.
yeah.
That shit was great.
It's like I hate
sounds
that
like
I know
a-
what you're talking about.
That sounds like a Halo 3 custom game. That doesn't even sound real to me.
Dude, it's like that's an OG.
Okay,
Yeah,
I-
dude, it was
Survive
awesome.
natural disasters. I probably had my Roblox account since I was, I think, in the 5th or 6th grade.
Holy
Me
shit,
and my-
you're an OG.
Yeah, I mean, like, there used to be this thing called Builders Club, and I used to beg my mom, please, can I have, please, can we buy the Builders Club? And
to get the Robux.
so, yeah, and it's like, I have so much Robux on my account just from, like, because I collected it and I never spent it. And I have a bunch of, like, OG items that I could sell or whatever, but there's,
Like for real money too.
yeah, it's actually crazy.
Dude, the money you could make on Roblox was insane. There was that sweet spot like right before COVID, before like some stuff went down about Roblox. I
Mhm.
forgot exactly.
Then
but-
everything went up or down based on I don't know what happened. I'm just guessing.
Dude,
I'm just
this
like,
guy's
it
just
had to go up or down.
Listen,
you know?
listen to this fucking poser. Something happened, guys. Look at that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Something's definitely gonna change from right now.
But dude, the tycoons in Roblox were like, I think
That-
got me addicted to RuneScape, bro.
It's
Really?
like
Dude,
I
they're
played
so brain rot.
I played RuneScape since I was 5 years old, but those tycoons were like me and my friend, probably my best. Like I've known him since kindergarten for as long as I've fucking known him. We would always get on. We'd call each other on our landline phones and play Roblox Tycoons. And our parents would be like, "Time to get off the phone, dinner," and we'd fucking have to hang up and call each other, and then the mom would answer again, and fucking we literally sat there. I think I've played so many Roblox Tycoons, it's insane.
Dude,
Like
they're so goated. They're so brain rot and they're so brain off. You can just sit there for hours and hours. There's times where I've left Roblox open with an AHK overnight so that I could get more money in my so I can get more money in my fucking Roblox Tycoon when I wake up, so I can unlock more shit.
This
It's
guy's
so
cheating.
bad.
We're gonna have
it's-
to
look,
report
it's-
you.
Listen,
And-
listen.
it's actually insane though, because like the same way Unreal Engine is, and like how I don't know if anyone can have access to it, but anyone can have access to Unreal Engine to make a game. Roblox is actually like a really, I don't know if it's a really good engine to make games and stuff, because I think recently it's like the same skin on every game, just a little like a different shape or color or whatever, but
Yeah.
you can make whatever, like they have scripts.
You can
and
make.
you can
I
make,
saw that Call of Duty remake.
yeah, you can
that
make
somebody did
whatever
in
you
Roblox.
want on Roblox. And there's scripts and there's code and there's a whole bunch of like different kinds of
It's
things.
just you-
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to put in your own assets or like textures if you want to do something outside of standard Roblox stuff. But like, it's actually just a game engine. It's honestly really cool. The reason why Roblox looks the way it does, those are like free and easy assets for people to use. So no, Roblox is really cool, but I don't know. I'm aging out of video games a little bit.
I don't know. I got the Zoomer brain, so I'm ready. I just made an account. You know, not an OG, new member. Might
Just now.
have to not just now, maybe like a few weeks ago, but you know, I might be ready to dress to impress pretty soon, or you know.
Hey yo, bro, it's like let us show you the ropes. I will tell you how to
I'm
fucking
willing.
kill those little bitches on there.
I will kill
Okay.
those little bitches.
I think you're way too.
By your command. I'm just a soldier. I'm ready to kill
I-
at command. I'm ready to go. Let's
I
go.
think Mr. Beast is gonna hire you, dude.
What?
All right, bro.
I said I think you're just
I
ready
don't
to kill
think-
those kids.
Does Mr. Beast kill people? Well, whoa.
Maybe.
You almost
Hey,
did.
have you seen the Squirt game? I mean the Squid Game?
The Squirt game.
Sorry. I was thinking about Cock
that-
Hero.
that's
again.
out of
Yes.
Is that a new
to
cock? Is that a
both.
new cock hero or what? The Squirt game?
God, I wish.
Wait, is it
I'm
really?
gonna be honest. I didn't watch Squid Game.
I did.
What?
I
have
watched it
to.
with an. I watched it.
Is
With,
it really that good?
It's pretty
I
good.
mean,
I think the
At
ending
the-
kind of sucked.
yeah, it
Like-
wasn't
like a
that great.
lot.
I've never even seen Star Wars.
Isn't there a second season?
I mean,
feel like
that,
Beandip, I
that's
feel like
kinda
you'd be
goated.
more of a Alice in Borderland kind of guy. If you
Alice in Wonderland?
Borderland,
is that a show?
What is that?
it is. It's
Yeah,
on.
it's
It's on
a ne- it's a-
Netflix. It's
It's another Korean.
yeah. It's like
Is it based on Borderlands? The game,
no,
or
no, 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 no. It's
So I was gonna say that's
it's
a little.
it's like it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a real life death game basically. Where like you have to participate in like events and shit like that, and then the winner will get to, live, and they'll get like a card, like a playing card. And like someone has to collect all of the cards to like win
Okay.
the death game. But it's kind of awesome. I would recommend it.
Oh,
Alice.
Prezus just showed us Moonfall. I don't think I can watch another movie after that.
That
That
movie,
was
was
horrible.
horrible, but in a good way because it was comical how bad it was.
Dude,
Like-
Apparently the. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just it's the whole premise is like they go out to like the moon to like save the moon. Basically, I don't want to spoil it if anybody actually wants to watch the movie.
It's like I'm kind of
But-
curious in this because I can trade a movie with you. That's the same vibe.
So the premise is the moon is basically like catastrophically exploding and hurling towards Earth is the premise. So like the moon is gonna kill the planet, right? But
Mhm.
there's a whole weird like storyline that underdevelops about the actual like moon's like creation and like shit like that. And then like all the people that go out to like go save the moon, like they don't even like half the time, like it's like they don't need their oxygen, but like it'll be like something will like puncture them and then they'll be like fine. So like there's no continuity with it. Like they'll have helmets on and off and they're like fine, but like there's no oxygen, so their head will explode.
That's
real life.
awesome.
It's
That
just
is
like it's really
awesome.
goofy. It makes no sense, but it's kind of funny.
It's
They also
like
mentioned Elon Musk like 3 times. And
Dude, that
makes
pissed me
that
off,
makes you
bro.
want to blow your brains out.
That's
They said
awesome.
ludicrous.
Like,
They said
nobody
ludicrous
cares.
mode from Tesla. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
okay, it's like I'll watch that. I kind of want to make you guys watch Bodies. Okay, whatever. Bodies times 3 is easily one of the worst best movies I've watched like this year
Okay.
so far. Where it's like like the premise of it is that like there's these friends that are kind of like rekindling their friendship or whatever, so they go out to one of their parents' like mansions out in the woods. And they play this game. They get drunk and they play this game where it's like it's basically Among Us, where someone's the killer, quote unquote, and you have to like find out who the killer is. But then like it evolves into like a real life thing. And you just get to go through the journey of like them playing this game where they have to find out which one of them is actually killing everyone else. And it's
Oh.
such a cool premise, but it's so fucking bad. You guys,
It's the
you
one
need
with
to
Pete
watch it.
Davidson. That's
Yes.
how I know it.
Yes.
That's how I know it would be bad.
Yes, it's with Pete Davidson.
I
honestly think
remember seeing
watching-
this. Yeah.
I think watching bad movies is honestly more entertaining than watching a good movie.
Dude, it is.
half the time.
Real.
I think like 2 years
So-
ago I watched every single Sharknado movie.
Okay.
That sucked.
Well, okay. So it did suck. I was gonna
It
say, was
sucked.
it good?
It's like
You know what movie?
if I can remember correctly, it was like 3 or 4 that was my favorite. It was like genuinely funny. But every other one just either tried too hard or like didn't
Did
try
like
enough.
the first 2 like they were so serious about it that it was like cringe, and then like the third one they like laid into like the jokes.
I think
You think?
it yeah, I definitely think it was a situation like that, but also like even though the first 2 they were taking it seriously, it was still good bad where it was like it doesn't feel like they're taking it seriously because it's so bad. It's like you could play this off as being a joke.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I've had a couple arguments with like IRLs about this, but one movie that like was so vehemently recommended to me just sucked was Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie is ass. I'm
I
sorry,
love
bro.
that movie.
I haven't seen
Yeah, bro,
it.
you're a sheep, bro. I listen. I just want to see. I want to see a bell curve distribution of our IQs now because
Okay.
that movie.
Okay. That movie for me was more about depression than anything else. Can you?
Okay, well
can
now
you,
I feel like an asshole.
Well, can
Thanks,
you,
man.
Can you view it through the lens of like the state of depression that the daughter was in, and then kind of frame it differently? Because that's the way I saw it. Because I thought it was like, okay, this is like a very ambiguous thing, and they're trying to do something like super ambitious, and then boom, it all made sense. I don't want to spoil it, but like it's a good movie. I liked it. It's very like heady in a way, but
I
don't
think
know.
that depression trope was just super simple, so like didn't feel very strong. The
That's
other thing
fair.
about it is like it was an ambitious movie. Like the concept, the mechanic of the movie, which is like different universes, time travel, and like who you are, like
Mhm.
that was really cool. But just like the vehicles to get there were dumb. Like, oh, the mom doesn't understand the daughter, and the daughter's depressed because she wants to have her partner or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just felt so cheesy. And then it's like, oh, dumb, clueless dad
I
or whatever.
Yeah, but like the way I see it was like the dad was like the glue to the family. You know what I mean? In like a very sweet way. Whereas like they like if the dad
the
wasn't there, it'd
concrete,
be
if you will.
GG's. You know?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
go watch the
I don't
movie.
know,
Go watch the movie. It's a good movie. I like it.
I mean,
Beandip
I
hates
I
it,
could
but, you
watch
know.
it again and try, but that movie sucked.
I
bro.
think you're framing it from like a general movie when you have to think a little bit outside the box. Now, will you like it again? Probably not, but like I think like, you know, like the whole like tap your shoes together and like chew on your lip to like verse jump into a different reality is like insane to me. That shit was stupid. But like past that, you know. I don't know. You had to watch the movie to understand, but sorry. Random tangent. A tangent, if
Isn't
you
that-
will. Watch
Yeah,
the
like
movie.
what What's the point of this podcast, by the way? Are we all tangents or like
Yeah, we're all tangents. I'm a
Yeah.
trapezoid personally.
I'm Alex.
what? Do you know what tangent means, Ubaru? I'm very curious.
Yes.
That's that
Off-
fruit.
off topic.
That's that fruit that you get on Christmas. The little
It's
the little orange one.
That's
Those are oranges, idiots.
Tangerine.
Christmas. What are
Yeah.
you
You got them
What?
on Christmas? Damn,
Yeah,
you
it's called-
bougie. What the
They're
hell?
called what? They're called cuties. They're Chinese.
Dude, I didn't even get presents.
Dude, okay.
No,
this
you
is
gotta-
this is not the trauma dump podcast, man. What the hell?
All right, bro. Bring it. I know you're. Did
It's crazy. All I got was hit. Sorry.
Dude.
I thought you didn't know your dad.
His mom has a mean left hook.
Oh, dude. Honestly, when your dad would like grab you by the arm. Oh, sorry, Alex. But when your dad would grab you by the arm,
Dude, you didn't
like-
have to say that.
you know, it was like, oh, I'm in trouble. But when your mom does it, it's like I'm dead.
Dude, no, for me it was my grandmother saying my full name would give me a visceral reaction because she was never angry with me. So
Did you
like
puke in your mouth?
if I heard Alexander, I would genuinely be terrified for my life. Like, oh well, I'm 12 and about to be homeless, right?
What my dad would do
Did-
was he would take his fingers like this, right? And he'd be like, "Do it faster," and he'd poke you right in the sternum. You're just,
Ooh,
you know
that
what? It
sounds
made me do it
awful.
faster because I hated it. So it was great.
Did,
Thanks,
did you
Dad.
ever? Did you guys, while you were younger, ever think about running away from home? Like when you were
Yes.
just like
Yes.
super young? Not-
Yes,
Mhm.
I mapped
Like
it
a
out,
teenage.
dude. I mapped out how I would walk from Maryland to North Dakota. I'd be
You
like,
would-
okay, this would only take me like a few days, probably.
And you're fucking like a 10-year-old kid, and you're gonna have nothing with no skills and no money. You're gonna go walk
Yes.
across the country.
Kind of goaded, honestly.
I was like,
Nah, I
I'll eat
mean, I
berries.
lived with my parents
I'll
till I was
forage.
like
Got some
I
Mark
don't know, like-
Twain shit back then, you know.
21 or 22. So like, I don't know. I'd still live with my like. I love my parents. I think generational housing should make a comeback. We should not be spending 400K on a house with one bedroom. But like
California
real.
life.
I,
Probably.
I think my
be a
parents wanted to
million.
kick me out before I'd go. So
Yeah.
so yeah, you didn't answer my question though. Like, what does it mean to be terminally online to you guys? Because, I just thought that was pretty fitting. It kind of is a counterculture to, I think, us kind of creating something that isn't genuine online, and so it's kind of like, hey, let's try to be genuine at the same time and still have our online presence. So
like,
I don't know.
I feel like terminally online is like, I don't know. I don't even see it as terminally online because I'm literally just, it's my life. Like, I'm disabled, so like I have to have my social life online basically. So it's like, it's kind of a cop out, but being terminally online is literally just what you make it. Like, you can go
Yeah,
online
that's-
and be a literal like emotional terrorist to people, or you can be like a real person and form like real human connections with people, just like real life.
I like how Beandip nodded with the emotional terrorist line. He started agreeing very.
Whoa.
I
Oh.
chose that one.
No, I meant like I totally get where you're coming from because like even though because you know being online is only going to get more prevalent as time goes on until the EMP hits us, but I think trying to be genuine
No one's
or at
on,
least
no one's on
What's
an
the-
18 kill streak.
Yeah.
Once the EMP hits the Neuralink when it's in our brain, over.
Holy
Lights
shit,
out,
just
buddy.
mass genocide.
GG.
dude,
Oh my
it's
God,
crazy. The same
nuclear
people who
unlocked.
are afraid of the COVID vaccine want to do like Neuralink, and I'm like,
Yeah.
That is a
that's insane. to me.
That's a
Having
microchip in
having
your
a
fucking
computer
head,
chip
man.
in your brain is also just insane because dictating any computer system and how your brain functions is like extremely invasive just in general. So like unless you just don't care anymore, like you know if you're like a paraplegic and you're like I want to use my limbs again, then fair enough. But
I would be like using my neural chip calculating beep 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 the angle of her nipples behind her shirt.
typing boobies in the calculator.
What is her butt size?
8008135. Yeah, let's go. Boobies.
I was just thinking about playing RuneScape with my eyes.
Oh my
You're
god,
a
guys!
fucking
what?
nerd for that.
I was like,
Isn't
dude,
that how-
literally the first thought in my head, I was like, dude, I could aim with my eyes in Valorant.
The calibration would be off because you start looking all over, you start freaking out. You can only look in the center of your screen then.
Why am I shooting all the Valorant characters' asses? What's going on? Is my aim bad?
Why do I keep getting body shots?
Brimstone's
The fucking-
crotch is getting lit up right now.
The fucking eye tracker's going crazy right now. I don't know what's going on.
Your son in 20
Calibration's
years,
off.
your son in 20 years will gonna come in the living room and he'll be like, Dad, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just playing Valorant while your dick is fucking raw hard. I'm just playing some games.
Beating my shit to Reyna in a custom game.
Just a
Listen,
few
I got-
games, you know.
This is a deep cut, but like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, when you're running across the world, you know what angle you're taking.
Dude,
That's all I'm gonna say.
when you're playing Nier Automata, it's like, you know.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I did not play that.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. You've missed out like on a lot of great video games. Roblox, Xenoblade Chronicles, Nier Automata. Like
I'm getting into Roblox, okay? I played a lot of games that you never played.
I wouldn't admit that. Don't admit that to anyone.
I bet you never played Mortal Kombat. I bet you never played. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it.
Actually, what outside of RuneScape? What are your guys' favorite games?
Playing with my wiener.
I
Okay.
think.
That's not a video game, buddy. It might feel like it. It might feel good, but it's not a game.
From a long-standing standpoint, from like, I don't know if I'm gonna call it nostalgia, but when I was younger and I used to go to daycare, we used to play this game called Pokemon Puzzle League for the Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah.
And there was, I don't know how relevant to the story it is, but there was this Asian kid who was, I think, like 3 years older than me. And me and him would play every single day for probably about 3 or 4 hours. At the daycare, we'd play the 3D version. And we'd just sit there and battle each other all day. Because for some reason, me and him just, Pokemon Puzzle League 3D. I don't know what it is about that game. That's probably, I don't know
Well,
if
we
that's
had a home field advantage. That's fucked up.
What's that
Dude.
supposed to mean?
what.
Why don't you tell me exactly what you meant by that?
He said he was Asian.
And Asian American.
Well, the
Potentially.
Pokemon. So it's called humor, bro. I got a lot to teach you.
It's called a joke,
know.
liberal.
It's called
Yeah,
You Don't Get It. So
It's
shut up.
called dark humor, okay?
I think my favorite game, man, probably has to be Dark Souls series. I am an avid Dark Souls player.
Really?
Besides Dark Souls 3, I didn't really like Dark Souls 3.
Based.
Dark Souls 1 is the best. Sorry, I need to work on my Trump impression. It's really bad, but
That was your Trump.
That was
impression?
Trump. That was really
That
bad.
was-
I didn't.
Little
I
league,
had
guys.
no
I don't wanna do
idea
this
even.
anymore.
I just thought you were having a spasm or something.
I think
This is the first time I'm hearing.
I think my favorite game series either has to be the Grand Theft Auto, like the early series before, like San Andreas and before. Like I think Vice City is my favorite game. Just for the soundtrack. Like I feel like the soundtrack itself and like the vibe of that game kind of like made me who I am. And then like Kingdom Hearts, like growing up was like super big for me. Or like Mortal Kombat. Like those three are probably the best.
I can agree to the Kingdom Hearts thing. That was big for me.
I never
too.
played Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts.
It's so good.
That was a vibe, bro. You would be all
Mhm.
about Kingdom Hearts, 100%. That's totally your vibe.
Maybe I'll
Yeah,
have
you're
to-
like that misunderstood emo kid. You would really like that.
Real. You know, the pointy hair. If you had the pointy hair and the baggy clothes with the chain on the side,
Bro, you want to be Sora so bad.
you want to be Sora
it's-
so bad. Riku,
Yeah. So
Kyrie.
I will say I've played an insane amount of hours on Terraria though. Like I hate to
Yeah,
admit it,
I
but,
think
like,
I have 2,000 hours on Terraria.
Wait,
Wow.
really?
Yeah,
dude,
That's
that game is
crazy.
so good.
Terraria.
it's
I have
like
174 hours.
yeah, the amount of hours I've put on Terraria are I think I have like almost 5,000 hours on Counter Strike.
Yeah, that's
I
big.
grew up in FPS.
That's why you're racist. I understand.
No, that's a completely different reason.
Oh, yeah,
That's just because it's fun. Sorry.
FPS was like a big thing in my life. The first like FPS game I ever played was Halo 3. And the amount of Halo 3 that I played until I think I ever played a COD game was probably not safe for human consumption.
I
Did
believe
you
that.
play SWAT at all?
Play which?
SWAT.
Yeah, all the time.
SWAT is
Yeah,
like
SWAT
SWAT
was
is
my-
the best multiplayer game.
I
Was
got
SWAT just BRs back then?
you got battle
Yeah.
rifles and it was one shot headshot.
Yep.
Oh,
I got 50 in SWAT, I got 50 in Lone Wolves, I got 50 in Team Slayer.
Gee.
Yeah.
I loved Halo 3. That was like
And
the-
Griffball, bro. Griffball was
Griffball.
so
Holy
good.
shit.
It's actually crazy how revolutionary Griffball is.
custom games were just like the best. Like
Dude, that was
especially
like
in
the
Halo
original
3.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
Yes,
It kind of was.
kinda.
Shit.
The amount of like
I invented
some-
Rocket League in that game. My favorite was a garbage shoot, like where you like try and like hurl the shit into the like
Yeah.
cylinder and you try to not die for as long as possible.
Oh
That was
yeah.
my favorite. Yeah.
well, it's like all those games like Jenga.
Mhm.
It's like I know the name is maybe not the nice, but like Fat Kid on Ice Cream Street
Yeah.
playing Fat Kid.
Oh my
There's
god.
this other one called
That was a
Girl-
game?
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
my life, bro.
Yeah, that
There-
just sounds like my childhood.
Must have been VR.
Yeah.
It's like if you know of girl on girl action on Halo, like that was a different.
I know all about that.
It is concerning that I
It's-
don't know what that is
listen,
and you do.
That's a.
So, what does that mean?
It was just it was
I
like
just-
it was like a zombies game mode where
Oh.
it was a fat kid clone, but you had to go through puzzles and different kinds of like obstacle courses to get away from the slow moving zombie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like fuck, there was one that was like that where it was like in a house with like multiple stories, and there were multiple like mazes and puzzles and shit that you could go through to hide from the person who was infected.
Mm.
It was called MJ on Neverland. Is the one that I played at least.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, you unlocked a memory for me.
What is with these
Holy
names?
shit.
Fat Kid on Ice Cream Street, Girl on Girl, MJ in
Dude,
Neverland.
literally,
Are they
it's
just
like
all politically incorrect names.
Yes, literally,
Yeah,
it's like
that
there's that, and then the other 50% is like one of my favorite maps on Halo 3 of all time was literally the game mode and the map were called the same thing. It was Halo on Halo, or Halo 123 on Halo 123, which is what it originally was. And it was like one guy was in the middle with a sniper and a rocket launcher, and there was a track around it, and you had to like ride warthogs and mongooses and shit through the track to get to the end where you could get to a hornet to kill the guy who has the gun. But like that guy would have to try to shoot you guys off the track that was in the sky.
I remember that one.
It was
I remember that one.
awesome. It was
Yes.
awesome.
That was sweet.
Dude, and then I loved quickscoping on COD. Like that was so fun too.
Dude.
I actually got into quickscoping clan in middle school.
Dude,
Yeah,
quickscoping
in
was
middle
so
school-
fun. And trick
Middle
shotting.
school and high school, I was in the COD community.
Yep.
That's why I'm racist.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, dude.
No, I grew up in watching Face or Dare. Like I literally like I would get home and my entire friend group would be ready to 6-man to trick shot on Call of Duty. And that's where I like spent most of my days
All
until
right.
I got into Counter-Strike.
All right, here's where you got to be honest. Out of all of us here, Beandip, I don't know if you played Call of Duty. How many of us boosted on Call of Duty?
Oh, 100%.
Never.
did.
I've never gotten a boosting lobby.
did.
I was so afraid.
MW3 1v1s instantly. Hey man, headshots. Yep. 9 for 9.
I
You-
did the
yeah.
4-man demolition, plant the bomb over
Oh,
and over
yeah,
and over and over.
mhm,
Yep.
mhm.
That was
That's
the
it.
and it was weird because back then you had the 4-man lobbies and they were all third person. So they force you to play in third person and it was really fucking shitty. And then I was like, okay, we're just gonna keep planting and defusing the bomb because it gave you like infinite time. So I remember I had like some weird thing where like all my friends got mad in real life because they were like, you're ranking up too quick. Let's see what's happening in the theaters. And they just like stalk me like what I'm doing, and they looked at my games and reported me. And then I saw them do the same shit and I reported them. And then we both got banned, so we got reset. Good times, dude. Good times.
So like surely
Honestly,
at that point you're
fuck
just
that
even.
guy.
You're just totally even at that point, right?
Oh yeah, I think we're even. I think he got reset, I got reset, but I got reset first, so I went farther. It's like I won technically because I was ahead, but
Yeah. I feel like that
keeping
wasn't
track.
super prominent. The first Call of Duty that I played online severely was like Black Ops 2. And I don't like remember anything. Like I'm sure there was, but it must have not been like as prominent, or I was just a stupid kid.
It was
I
more
don't
the
know.
infinity
I hit
of
Prestige
games.
Master 4 or 5
The thing,
times.
the
in
thing
Black Ops 2.
is boosting is only like it was such a big thing in the games that had tactical insertion.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, BO2 had it, but it didn't have any good game modes.
Yeah.
Like
No, nothing
Like,
was
there-
like
there were-
easy to farm really.
yeah,
Honestly, I didn't really like Black Ops 2.
really?
that is probably
Okay,
that was the
okay,
worst thing
okay.
you could have ever said in the
Okay,
history of.
but did you like Black Ops 1?
I did. Well, here's the thing. It's not that I didn't like Black Ops 2. It's just I only played it like 3 times, and I don't really.
Okay, well
Remember
that's
it that
not.
well.
You can't even comment on it because you're just
That is-
a passerby. You know.
Was it really that good?
It
It
was
was-
it was probably
Black
the
Ops-
best Call of Duty of all time, in my
Black-
opinion.
Really, because I started
I
playing Battlefield
slightly
3 and
edged
4.
Black Ops 1 higher just because of the campaign, but I think Black Ops 2 is the best multiplayer by far of any
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Black
like
Ops 2,
zombies or actual multiplayer. Yeah.
Black Ops 2, MW2 are top 2 CODs, and you can argue which, but it's like Black Ops 2, MW2 are 1 and 2 fighting competitively for
Yeah.
top COD games.
hmm
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%.
I really liked World at War multiplayer, even though it
did
may not be
too.
one of the best. I thought it was very bare bones.
Yep.
And like that was
I mean,
kind of
that's-
good.
No, it is
I-
a good thing. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was just gonna say it holds up to today because it's like a World War II like purist type of game and like time of when it was made. Like it was just made like simply. Like there's not any extra shit. There's not anything that's going to like taint the game. Like if you play the campaign, like you feel like you're in World War II playing World at
Mhm.
War. It's
I
very
mean,
gritty and it's very simple.
I got a
so-
golden STG 44, so you know.
I used
That
to
was
play
the gun.
World at War like a couple of years ago on PC. There were people actively playing on PC, and you just load up, you pull out the Tommy gun, and you just run around and kill people for
Mhm.
25 minutes, and
Okay, the Tommy gun's OP in that game.
it was
Actually, the MP40 was the crazy one.
MP40s ago.
That shit did not get nerfed. And then people like the STG at the end before they prestige. And then back to square one. You
The
gotta use
MP40
the-
just
Back
like
to square one.
the MP40 just like had 0 recoil, so it was
Mhm.
like really easy to aim with it.
It had crazy damage. It had like a pretty big mag. It was like they all around like basically if you were not good at the game, you just play MP40 the whole time. But
Mhm.
it was
I'm not saying Treyarch, I'm not saying anything about what their ideologies, but they gave the Germans all the good guns. That's all I'm saying.
they
I'm
had the
just saying.
engineering. They were modeling it after perhaps what real life may have been like. But did they put an MP40 in the studio and shoot it off? I don't know.
Dude,
I
did
don't
you
know if they
guys
did.
love or hate the prestige system? Like having to prestige and then like re-unlock everything at set levels?
That was good.
Or do
That
you
was good.
like
they gave it replayability.
I
because like in
loved
modern
it,
day that's not a
personally.
thing. Like now
That's
it's like
actually true.
you need to
Mhm.
do like tasks. It's like, oh yeah, if you get to level 20 with this gun, then you unlock this gun, and then like you have to like level up an attachment on a different gun to a certain level, and then you'll unlock another gun, and it's so weird and like convoluted. I remember when I played Modern Warfare 2, the remaster, like I had a notepad on my computer to show like the pipeline of items that I needed to unlock in order to get the fucking gun that I wanted.
You
It
had
was
the
the most
fucking
annoying shit of all
schizophrenic
time.
graph that
Yeah,
you were
literally,
modeling.
literally,
It's
I felt like I was
this-
planning out like a fucking new like MMO account of some kind where I'm like pathing my shit to the end game.
I personally loved Prestige because it gave you another reason to keep going. And like I always remember I had friends who were like, I will never Prestige. I unlocked all the guns, I unlocked the best guns, and like I'm just like happy where I am. And they just never Prestige like in COD 4. They just had that like
Yeah,
the 55 symbol and they just were like so happy. And like that's cool, but like I think like giving you the option to do that lets you have like the creativity to like stay at a rank that you personally like the way it looks.
yeah.
Because they give you the options of like different ones, right?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
remember
have
it
to
in-
be like everyone else.
I think
which
in
is
Black
cool.
Ops 2, like people would stay at like Prestige 5 or something, level 55, because then you had enough permanent unlocks and like unlocks through leveling up there that like you could do like whatever you wanted. You could have
Right.
everything unlocked that you want.
You got all the classes, and then
Yeah.
past that, it was like
It was
whatever you want.
interesting in Black Ops 2. I think that was, I could be wrong, but I think it was the only game with the fresh start button.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, it was like prestiging, but it erased everything. Your stats.
Yeah.
Like,
That's not.
you were back.
That's nice when you like get fully like botted by somebody, and then
Oh,
they
of
give you like
course.
negative XP or something, where like they fuck your account. So like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I think I hit Prestige Master on Black Ops 2 like 6 times, like 5 or 6 times. I don't know what it was. I would just get bored one day, and I would just be like, okay, cool. I've had this at like Prestige Master for long enough now. I'm gonna reset my stats and see how much better I am, because my KD isn't like averaged out over, tens of thousands of kills.
Right.
I would do it whenever I wanted to see new stats.
I fell out of love with Call of Duty after MW3, which was a great game.
Yeah.
Not top Call of Duty game, but was great. But Battlefield 3 and 4 just had so much more to it, in my opinion. And I know that's where kind of you think Call of Duty players are like racist, but like it was really bad in Battlefield.
Really?
Because that was like, yeah, dude, that was like where all the honorably discharged military vets were, bro. It was way worse.
Did you guys ever see the what the fuck is it? Gamer Grandpa, whatever his name is? He like
Dude,
always
yeah.
makes those
The
shorts
World
where he's
War-
like, all right, buddy, let me tell you, back in Vietnam, we used to hit it like 800
No.
meters out.
Mhm.
This is a dead shot. I'm gonna hit it crackpot style. Pow, kills the guy, and it's like, okay, like you can throw some fucking music over it and make it look hard
Well,
as
yeah.
fuck. But
I was actually in a Battlefield 4 community. I was a donator, and like
oh really?
it was like $5 every 3 months or whatever. But
Okay.
like the people there were they were military vets. I mean, they knew the equipment. Some of the equipment was like accurate, and like it was crazy. I think military games are psyops. That's a whole different conversation. I think it's a U.S. psyops, but like it was crazy how into it people got, and like I don't know. Battlefield 4 is great. So
Yeah.
just,
Isn't that a real thing
mean-
though? That like the government funds some like
yes, if you
games
look
like
at
The
movies-
Division and shit like that?
Really?
If you look at yes, here's why.
I didn't
Because
know that.
let's say you're a game developer and you're like, oh, like we want to use this gun, we want the specs, we want to know how it operates so we can like model it to be somewhat accurate so people like it. You'll go to the military and say, hey, can we have some info on this weapon? It was patented by a public company or a private company or whatever, not necessarily the military. The military's like, yeah, you could do that, but we get to decide what happens in your game. And they're usually like, cool, like we get access to all this military stuff. Same thing for movies, like, oh, we want military equipment. The military and the government's like, okay, yeah, we get control of your script though. So like, the most recent, what's his name? Tom Hanks? Not Tom Hanks.
Please tell me
I don't know.
Tom
Cruise?
Clancy.
Not Tom Clancy.
Tom Cruise.
Top Gun. Tom Cruise. Top Gun. The most recent Top Gun.
Top Gun.
movie.
Top Gun.
The military had control of that script, and like you could definitely
Really?
tell the enemy military was Russia because they're trying to like really outside of anything. I think on that, like that's just a fact. It was supposed to be Russia, and I think that was more of a military decision. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, like Call of Duty and Battlefield are apparently on that list too, where they were funded by like, or partially funded by like the U.S. military, hoping that it'll,
yeah, dude. Like
give people
everybody
land.
thinks I'm crazy when I say stuff.
No,
like
that's a
but,
real
like,
thing.
The CIA is like the most powerful org in the world.
Well,
so.
Besides me,
Here's how you.
I could take them down.
Here's how
You're
you,
an organization?
I'm just saying.
Yep.
Anything
One-man
the
army.
government says, think the exact opposite of, and you're probably right. That's how I live life.
Hmm.
So it's like, what X country is doing, or this country is like, they're terrorists? Oh, they're probably just like not, and we're just going in and doing whatever. So
I think
hate
it's always
politics.
I think it's always best to form your own opinions anyways. Like,
Of course.
I don't know. Do your own
Yeah, you
research.
sound like a right winger, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe
You look
everything
like
I
one
see on the
right now.
internet. you know?
Actually, I'm a boneless winger. Thank you very much.
With AI now, like I don't even believe like just inconsequential news, like with celebrities and stuff. Like some of this AI stuff, like obviously I know what's AI, but a 70-year-old person that's like not really super into technology, like they see something. Why are you doing this, man? What are you doing right now?
I don't know. I'm breaking the fourth wall. Did it work?
It
Fre- it
did, bro.
freaked you
You're
out.
AI too. This is a simulation. But like, I just don't want to believe anything I see now, just because AI. And like, I know that's really reductive, but I don't know. It's just not worth it.
Dude,
I don't know. You just have
did you
to
see
take it with a grain of salt, you know?
Did you see the AI video that Trump tweeted
Oh, dude,
of him and
Oh,
Elon
yeah.
dancing?
I remember you tweeted about it. You said this is so fucking funny.
It was,
Yep.
dude. It was
He also
unironically so
tweeted.
funny.
He also tweeted the one of like Kamala Harris with like all the like Russian
Oh
like
my
socialist shit around
Yeah.
it. It's like it's
The
like
hammer and
he
sickle.
just doesn't care anymore, which is like
Dude, it's like
insane.
because he's also like senile now. Did you see his fucking thing where he was talking about like dryers and doing laundry at his
No.
rally? He was just talking about completely random shit. It was so funny.
Did you guys see the
Kinda
Shane
relatable, I
Gillis
guess.
and Adam Ray set as they were Trump and Biden on Kill Tony?
No.
Oh yeah, I
Dude,
love that. It was so good.
I like. It's a guilty pleasure that I like some of that because it was so like it was so good though. Like,
Adam Ray
it was
played
so funny.
Biden so good. He just played him like a dementia
Yeah.
patient, and it's so funny.
dude, would he take a sunglass? He'd take his glass off and go,
What'd you say? What'd you say?
"What was that? I didn't understand a word you said."
Yeah.
It was so funny.
That's awesome.
No, yeah. I love
And
Kill
then
Tony.
Shane,
It's huge.
every time Shane Gillis did something with Trump, he'd just be like, "I don't like you because you're not white" or something, and like
yeah,
it was just perfect.
Oh wait, I
Very,
did see that because he was okay. Yeah, because he told the story about like buses and stuff. I won't get into what he was talking about, but I saw it
I
on
don't remember
TikTok
this.
where he was. I really
Oh
don't
yeah,
want to.
taking
I, really,
all. He's like, yeah, that was. Yeah,
I don't
it
want to
was, like,
repeat
so on
anything that
par-
he
on
said.
point.
I don't want to say
Why is
anything that
that?
he said.
No, please.
No,
have the
I
floor.
do not.
This is
But I saw it on my TikTok.
Not on
That's all
the,
you
not
need
on
to
the
know.
first podcast. Let's reel it in a little bit.
Holy shit! No, thank you.
Yeah, but
Nope.
I think I'm starting to like really get into more comedy. Like a couple of nights ago, I was watching a Cat Williams set, and it's like, I think comedy is such a unique art because it seems super difficult. Like I could practice a piece for like 5 months, and then I make a couple mistakes. Like nobody really cares. Like mistakes happen in music. You go up on a set and bomb, that's bad. Or you say something not well, that's
Yeah.
also bad.
And it gets posted
Yeah.
on TikTok.
And I'm not talking like who's that one guy? What's his name? Kramer? Like I'm not talking like that. I'm just talking like even subtle ish.
You mean the guy
like
that said the
subtle
N
mistakes.
word?
Well, I mean, yes, that's why it bombed. But I'm saying I'm not saying
You said
like,
it pretty
outside of-
vitriolically. It was very
Yeah,
It was
no,
very
he's- he-
apparent. I don't think you would
No,
do
he-
that out of turn. You know, I don't think you would be like, "Hey, you."
No, he was just racist. But I'm saying like
Yeah.
subtly, like you have to be very conscious of like when you're a comedian. That's like why when people like when you see on social media you're hanging out with friends and the dad comes by and said, "Oh, this random racist or transphobic joke," it's like, "Oh, it's just a joke," but it's not funny. The reason why comedians can do that is because they practice the comedy to make everybody able to laugh at it, to include everyone.
yeah.
And I think that's a really difficult thing to do. There's a reason why it's just a joke. Excuse doesn't go very far sometimes because it's like, well, if it was a joke, it would have been funny and there would have been a bigger point behind it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's like why, like, I love Dave Chappelle, but just some of the stuff he says is just like, okay, well, you're just not being funny about it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But
I think Dave Chappelle is like a bell curve of like when he started, and then like his like hits, and then like a little bit now, it's like, you know, it doesn't really fall in line with a lot of
Falling
people's
off.
like humor. Yeah, like
He was well, I think
publicly
the issue is he was
acceptable,
just
rather.
he was super victim mode about being a transphobe, and it's like just don't be a victim. Like that was the worst part, in my opinion. As somebody who isn't trans, but like you just kept doing the victim thing. It's like nobody's wanting to cancel you. You're just making bad. It's just not funny.
Yeah.
You know.
You just have to
But I
market
grew up
yourself
watching-
differently. Yeah.
Beanip, have
Yeah,
you ever
I
watched
grew up
anything
watching-
like Bo Burnham related? Just because you're such a you're so big on like music, and now you're getting into comedy. It's like, is that a thing that you?
You know, I probably should. I remember as a kid, I would listen to that Bo Burnham song over and over and over.
Yeah.
I'm Bo Yo. I'm the greatest rapper ever.
Yeah.
ever.
He's unironically made like bangers, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think as someone who's super into music and like if you're getting into comedy, I genuinely
think
feel like
that's-
you could, and like you love introspective shit, right? So like, I think when
I'm flattered.
he like makes a song or like has a point in his shows where he's like being super introspective and like thinking inward, he like I think he
Inward?
expresses that.
I don't
Dude,
think he said
inward,
that.
inward. Fuck. Okay, yeah, what he's
Sorry.
saying
Not
the
that.
N-word in his head. No, he like I think he relays his points very well, and I think that you would really enjoy that and you'd find a lot of value in like his bits because they're not just bits, if that makes sense. Like there's always a deeper meaning to his shit, which is so weird to say about like comedians and their comedy.
No, yeah, I definitely need to check out Bo Burnham. It's kind of been on my list, but
I
Yeah.
think that
Mason,
would,
are you a comedy guy?
I like to do comedy.
Yeah.
Kind of a
you should go on comedy
living-
night. There definitely aren't racist on there. You should just beat up that game. There definitely aren't racist. That's all I
Dude,
gotta
surely
say.
there's a stand-up comedy game in Roblox.
I'm sure
True.
there is.
We could all do
I don't
that.
know.
That'd be fun.
I used to watch a lot of Tom Segura skits and shows, and I don't think I'm allowed to say that I like John Mulaney because I think he did some fucked up shit, but I like stuff that he did.
Did he
I
do
don't know, I
fucked
don't
up
know.
shit?
I think he hit his wife, but I could be wrong,
Really?
and I think so. I know he was a raging
Wow.
alcoholic for a long time.
And he was found out
Doesn't-
because he made a joke about it on stage. Sorry.
Oh.
That's probably the worst way to
Not
go
actually,
about
not
it.
I'll
actually,
do it.
not actually. I made that
Oh.
up. I'm lying
That
on the
was-
internet.
No, I don't know. I
You're
don't
good at that.
like.
Keep
I
doing
am.
it.
I don't partake in a lot of like stuff anymore. I just watch like the same two TFT streamers and I replicate how they talk because it's in my vocabulary now, and that's about it.
Do you watch
That's your
K
inspiration.
Soju?
I love K3 Soju and I love
K3
Setsuko.
Soju.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
are
that's the only one I know.
they are just I
Dude,
love
if K3 Soju could take his TFT brain and put it into something that could actually help the world, we wouldn't have global warming. I'm not even kidding. That guy is insane.
You don't have to cook him like that, though.
Dude.
Damn.
I like that guy, man. What the hell?
Yeah, he
I love
creates
him.
he creates content for people to enjoy. Like Mason enjoys his content. I assume
Yeah.
Alex enjoys it. I don't personally watch him, but I know that they enjoy his content. You know.
No, I mean, if he stacked his bands in front of me, I'd fucking vomit. So,
What
I
if
mean,
he did a little
he's
money
doing
spread
it.
in front of you? You get jealous? Is that what it is? Get a little
What do you
jealous of
think
that
about?
TFT money?
dude,
Just-
I'm having trouble watching RuneScape content lately.
I haven't been watching anything.
RuneScape
There-
sucks.
There's nothing wrong with that. RuneScape inherently as itself sucks unless you can like entertain around it. I think that's the
That's
main thing.
why Hamzy is the best streamer ever. Sorry, you. Sorry,
mean,
Alex. Sorry,
I
Mason.
mean, that's valid.
It's
He's
I
up
mean, if Allison Quinn was still around, he's fucking
there.
GG.
I miss that
We would
guy.
all be cooked. We would be out.
Yeah.
I saw Destructo trying to flame Allison Quinn on Twitter. I was like, bro, you don't even know. That guy's the goat.
I wonder when Destructo was around like RuneScape Twitch, because like obviously he knows about Allison Quinn, but like, does he know? You know, or is he just like was
It's-
he
you know-
ghost written that tweet? You know,
You know what's crazy?
Alright.
So many people have come into the RuneScape community. I wonder how many of them know about the poison ivy stuff.
Almost
Yeah.
none.
What is that?
Absolutely,
That's,
almost none.
See, there you go. Beandip doesn't know about poison
Yep.
ivy. So
I'm
Yeah.
very new to the RuneScape
no,
community.
see, so poison ivy was a woman who talked to a lot of guys online and then settled down with one whose RSN was trans. And that guy shaved his head, wrote poison ivy across his forehead, bought her a $15,000 ring, and then I think she took the ring and left him.
Queen shit.
I
Slay.
Like-
I think it was something to that degree. Like they ended up in turmoil somehow,
Yeah.
and it became very messy, and it was like he said, she said, and it was a whole thing of like just drama on RuneScape
It was,
Twitter.
she did a
I
lot
mean,
of
if he couldn't afford
no,
the
there
ring,
were
he
there
wouldn't
was a
have bought
news
it,
story.
so.
She did a lot of things to a lot of guys for money, exploitive things. Like she was not a good person to people online.
Oh.
So there
Even
was like a
worse.
whole there's a whole news posts and news stories that you can read.
Well,
I
there's
think
a Jake C tweet in there about her and Defy J. So.
No, I think that guy spent like trance. I think I remember if it was $40,000 on her.
Holy
Like,
shit.
Like
That's a
the
couple
amount of money-
bands.
Yeah. There are so many people who just don't like Do you think people know about the AGS Me 73 thing? Who
Mm.
knows?
Dude, that's not popular anymore.
Right? Yeah, okay, well, like the 73 thing, but there was a guy whose name was George. I don't remember what his Twitch name is, but I think it was the same guy who faked being in a wheelchair.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, who did an Elysian Spirit Shield giveaway. This is when they were like so much more
Yes.
money and inflation wasn't a thing.
Yep.
And he faked the giveaway, and the giveaway winner was AGS Me 73, but it was just his friend. And this was like one of the biggest scandals. And the amount of back in the day on Twitch, the amount of women who would take giveaways and they'd have to flash the camera. You can literally, I'm sure you could Google.
I remember
girl-
one vividly. It was
Yeah.
She was at the Alcaharid furnace, and some dude put up like 75 mil or something,
Yeah,
and she put down the whole pants from the hip
Yep.
down,
Holy
Flash,
shit.
and then accepted trade on Twitch stream. And this is Twitch when it was like the
And then-
Wild West. So
and then he hits decline.
yep, even worse. She
That's
got nothing.
Crazy.
She,
And showed her coochie online. So it's like,
yep.
what can you do? You always
Alright,
accept
let me look at my
first,
bank.
and then just
How
never
much
do
money was it?
There's 75 mil. That's like
This was
This is
75 mil
came
back
out.
in
Yeah.
2014.
Like when the game like came out for like at least a year, right?
yeah.
It's like
No,
2014.
honestly, that's horrible.
So yeah,
A
I
lot
think
of
it's
money.
crazy that like so many men. I'm gonna talk about the RuneScape community, but like just in general, like so many men like simp so hard for. I don't want to say simp because I think that I don't really like that word too much, but like really love bomb women and like that. It's just happened so much that people just think that's okay to like a woman can't even post a selfie anymore without getting love bombed.
Yeah.
So, I think it's weird, but then obviously I'm a misogynist, so it's like
Are you?
I've realized that I've realized that instead of actually being humorous or interacting or not trying to just like love bomb somebody on Twitter, that's like I don't know, it's not acceptable. I need to just actually say, "Oh my god, you're so hot, love you, haha." Nobody will care. But then you tweet like, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna marry you off to this random dude," then like everybody gets mad. I don't know, like.
You're unique. That's why. People don't understand
Well,
that when you
it's-
say you're one of my 4 concubines in the future, you know. You'll
Yeah, there's 4 there. Like, that's
yeah,
a good
you're not the
ratio,
only
you're
one,
25%.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
You're part of the
I don't know.
equation, not the full slice of the pie.
it feels really hypocritical when people are like,
Shout
I
out to
don't
Sarah
know.
Spooks on Twitter. Sorry.
I thought it was Cyrus.
Cyrus
Spooks.
Spooks? Sorry. Cyrus Spooks.
You know, I actually started watching her Twitch stream because like I got blocked by her and I wasn't really. Bad
She
at,
blocked
like,
me and
okay,
it just
well.
it made me want her that much more.
But no, I started watching her stream and like I'm afraid to chat in there, and then I like kept tuning in. I'm like, I actually just like this stream. Like,
Yeah.
I just like her stream, but I don't know. I think yeah, probably having women flash on RuneScape's really weird, but I
I
don't
mean,
think I get to be the authority.
Probably.
I just hate seeing all like guys say things or like just hit on women constantly. It's just like be funny, like just talk to
Be
people.
funny.
Be
Like,
funny.
It's
I don't
cra-
know.
I mean, some people just aren't funny. So they just have to be like, I'll riz at any occasion, you know? Hi, Queen.
just like-
Good morning.
It also seems delusional that like you could go and reply to a girl on Twitter and think she cares at all. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like
I don't,
I tweet at Megan Eve like every time she posts, and it's just she likes my post. We follow. It's just a bit. It's not like I'm actually trying. Like I think people genuinely think I'm trying to shoot my shot with Megan, but like
I mean, I think people
Wait,
see
you're
it
not?
for. I think people see it for what it is. I think people don't understand your level of humor, and they're like, "Oh, he's a cringe reply guy, XYZ." Whereas you're like, "I'm doing meta humor, and if you don't get it, then it's not funny." So then people get offended.
Well, that's
So
how it
it's
yeah,
used
it's
to
like
be
I'm
for
actually
me.
making fun of misogyny.
That's how it used to
Literally.
be. There was a period when I first like got into like the Twitch sphere of RuneScape that like some of the people that knew of me thought I was a fucking incel because I would do that same shit. Is that's like it's like I was doing it ironically, but then people wouldn't go up like past like the initial surface level to see
because they
that.
don't want to.
They don't have
is
to.
my opinion.
They don't have to.
They don't want to though, because if they frame it as you are an incel, it goes back to that virtue signaling, giving somebody or giving them a person to hate or feel more superior.
I mean, yeah.
Because I think people are smart enough to know that you and I are joking or that we're making a bigger point, but they don't want to go that far because it's more effort and they want somebody to hate. It's sometimes subconscious, so like I don't think people actually.
I can see where you're coming from. That like it's a thing where they don't want to look deeper into it so that they can just write someone off as like a freak and then they can just like laugh at their friends and like that's all they have to do. It's such a service.
Yeah, like I could screenshot every time Doll Blush likes my replies, but I don't. It like hurts the bit. Number one,
proof.
Like, I'm not.
Proof. She likes me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like reply to people that I actually make feel uncomfortable. So like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think the people who get it understand. The people who don't will never understand it, and that's part of your bit.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know.
They have the ability to understand, but they choose not to, which is kind of weird.
Or it's like maybe they don't have the ability to understand. They know you as a one-trick pony in their head, and they just can't wrap their minds around it.
I think they're smarter than they let on. Generally, never underestimate people. That's true. Biggest mistake you can make.
I underestimate everyone, and I'm better than everybody.
There you go.
Cope.
You know one thing we should be looking deeper into?
My butthole.
If Mr. Beast is a pedophile, hey, good comedy comes in threes. That's to me for the rest of the night.
Mr. Beast looking at Alex's butthole.
Okay, I think I have a good ending question here.
Okay.
All right. Who do you want to give a speech at your funeral? Like the speech?
John Stamos.
Like
John
out of people here or like anyone?
No, just anyone.
Do they have
John Stamos? Okay. No thought about it.
Why John Stamos?
He has to come in full jean shoes, jean shirt, jean jacket. But he has to.
You got a jean fetish or something? You like the jants with the the dirt and the jet?
Dirt. Don't say shoes. Don't say shoes.
Oh yeah, no. We will not be saying shoes with a J in front of it. That's for damn sure.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, don't say that. No.
I don't know, man. Something about John Stamos from Full House coming.
Okay, are we saying John Stamos like today in the gene or like 90s John Stamos?
I think 90s John Stamos would be way better, but I'll take him today.
Okay, that's a valid compromise because we can't go back in time.
Yeah, literally my only thing is he just has to wear a full jean outfit.
Okay.
That's it. And sunglasses.
Even the shoes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a commitment to the bit.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bit, it's my fucking funeral.
Well, I mean, the bit is that he has to wear full fucking denim like a psychopath, and you made the fucking arrangements, you weirdo.
Dude, he's kind of hot, actually.
It was in my obituary, man. It wasn't.
That's all I ask. If I die, just put John Stamos to my funeral.
Put John Stamos at the stand.
I need
with
to
a
know
full
Alex's
jean outfit,
answer,
and that's it.
Zac Efron in current day with no shirt on.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron now with the jaw surgery where he looks like a fucking Moai like Easter Island head statue.
Yes.
I would pick. That's crazy to me that you want him now. Like serial killer version of Zac Efron. You want him as Ted Bundy.
It's just so funny, the idea to me, because like you'd show up with no shirt on, with his fucking stone jawline, fucking Easter egg head ass, and people would be like, "How the fuck does this guy know Alex?"
That would raise some questions.
Dude, he saw one TikTok and then he's like, "I need that."
Yeah, he's like,
"I need that."
I'll speak now.
Is this funeral boom?
around where I live,
Boom
I'll see kids
doom.
Actually, I'm changing my answer. I need that kid to speak at my funeral.
No,
is that yours?
That sounds bad.
I was gonna pick the Rizzler, bro.
Dude, you can have the Rizzler. I want the Boomer Doom kid. You can have the Rizzler.
Yeah, I want the Rizzler.
Yeah.
I don't know how often you guys interact with the public, but like around where I live, I'll see kids like.
What the fuck, man?
No offense.
Listen, we're terminally online, but like that's kind of fucked.
I'll see kids like whenever they're just like hanging out or waiting for their parents to do something, they'll like do weird stuff. You know, they're just kids. But a lot of times I'll see the kids do this all the time. They'll just go like all the time.
I keep getting TikToks of this guy on an escalator, and he has a Snapchat or like a TikTok filter on of him doing the face, and he'll just do this, and he'll have like someone behind him on the escalator, and the fucking filter's hitting them, and sometimes they'll just like keep looking at their phone and like look away and shit, but then other times like the random off person will just be like, and it's so fucking funny.
All right, Oob, you can't, or you pick the Rizzler, right?
Yeah, I picked the Rizzler. If it's available. Might got taken, almost.
I think I
John
want
save us,
Christopher Walken.
Ooh.
I would choose Christopher Walken to lighten the mood.
Whoa.
Dude, we should watch
that'd be
Balls
good.
of Fury.
That would be good. I'm
Balls
down.
of Fury. That's the
can watch
only
that
movie
tonight.
I know offhand. I'm down.
All right, we gotta end and watch Balls of Fury then.
All right. Well, guys, this is the first podcast, terminally online or whatever we name it. I don't know. This is just an impromptu podcast. Ubaru, Coconut Bean Dip, Miaowson, and Ellie's X. You know
Yeah,
what
we
the
out
fuck
this
is up.
bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch Balls of Fury. We're gonna go watch balls get hit with ping
I'm
pongs
gonna
by
watch my
Christopher
balls.
Walken.
Balls in my mouth. Yeah.
Dude.
Peace.
See ya.